I am planting these seeds. Someone else will water, but God all the while is making it grow, and God gives the increase. So neither I who plants is anything, nor is he who waters, but only God who makes it grow and become greater. I who plants and he who waters are equal. We are one in aim, of the same importance and esteem, and yet each shall receive his own reward, his own wages according to his own labor. For we are fellow workmen, we are joint promoters and laborers together with and for God. And you all are God's garden, you are God's vineyard, God's field under cultivation. You are God's building. According to the grace, to the special endowment of my task that God has bestowed on me, like a skillful architect, like a master builder, I am laying the foundation, and now another man will build upon it. But let each man be careful how he builds upon it. For no other foundation can anyone lay than that which is already laid, which is Jesus Christ the Savior, the Anointed One. But if anyone builds upon this foundation, whether it be with gold, with silver, with precious stones, with wood, hay, or straw, the work of each one will become plainly, openly known, shown for what it is, for the day of Christ will disclose it, will declare it, because it will be revealed with fire, and fire will test and critically appraise the character and work and worth of the work that each person has done. So if the work which any person has built on this foundation, that is any product of his efforts whatsoever, survives this test, he will get his reward. But if any person's work is burnt up under this test, he will suffer the loss of it, losing all his reward, but he himself will be saved, but only as one who has passed through the fire. So let us discern and let us understand this, that we, the church, are God's temple, that we are God's sanctuary, that God's Spirit has its permanent dwelling in us, to be at home in us, collectively as a church, and also individually. So if anyone does hurt to God's temple, if anyone corrupts God's temple with false doctrines or destroys it, God will do hurt to him. God will bring him to the corruption of death and destroy him, because the temple of the Lord is holy. The temple of God is sacred to God, and that temple, we, the believing church and the individual believers, are God's temple. And so I will not deceive myself. I do not suppose that I am wise in this age. I have become a fool. I have discarded my worldly discernments, and I recognize myself as dull. I recognize myself as stupid, as foolish. I am without true learning. I am without scholarship. And this is so that I may become really wise. For this world's wisdom is foolishness. This world's wisdom is absurdity and stupidity with God. For God lays hold of the wise in his own craftiness. And again, the Lord knows the thoughts and the reasoning of the humanly wise, and recognizes how futile they are. And so let no one exalt, let no one proudly concern any man, boast of having this man or that man as a leader, for all things are ours, whether that apostle or that minister or that prophet or that leader. or the universe, or death, or life, or the immediate threatening presence, or the subsequent and uncertain future. All things are ours. All things belongs to us, and we belong to Christ, and Christ belongs to God.